he or she has been following us since May 5th, 2016.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know what that day is? The Battlefield 1 reveal.
There it is.
That it is.
Wow.
Not
All
Jeff's
right,
birthday.
Rain Man. I've been calling you Rain Man always. You've been having some like crazy recollection of
I
memories.
have an amazing eidetic memory.
Congrats, buddy. Following us since May 19th. And
I think that was when we started doing the daily countdowns.
yeah. What?
Wow,
What? He
I
goes,
really
what?
am Rain Man today.
You are. This is ridiculous.
Whoa, dudes and dudettes, it's Dan Mitri. Totally not the community manager at DICE anymore, but don't get bummed out, bro. There's a new person to bring you updates to Battlefield 5 with Jeff, the Rain Man Braddock. So I hope you show him the same amount of respect you showed me when I did updates on the Schwantz27's channel. Absolutely none. Thanks and peace out, Cub Scouts. Hello, it's me, Jeff the Rain Man Braddock, here to alert you about the new update for Battlefield 5. I really enjoy details, so I will give you lots of them. For people like me that get panic attacks in large groups, we finally released the co-op combined arms mode that we promised at the reveal on Wednesday, May 23rd, but didn't release it until yesterday, Wednesday, February 13th, which is exactly 266 days. More numbers for you. There are 8 missions with 4 different mission types on 4 different maps. Harbor Headquarters Assassinate mission and Market Sweep Eliminate on Rotterdam. Desert Declaration Steal and Hot Pursuit Eliminate on Hamada. Bricks and Mortars Destroy and Escape Plan Assassinate on Arras. Riverside Guns Destroy and Bridgehead Blockade Eliminate on Twisted Steel. There's also 3 difficulties, easy, medium, and hard, to even increase the crazy amount of permutations that you could play to complete weapon assignments, earn XP and company coin, but on those latter 2, you'll stop getting rewarded if you've already finished the mission beforehand. You can complete these missions with up to 3 friends via the squad invite system, or you can play it by yourself if you're like me, #foreveralone. The next logical step after talking about co-op is to talk about multiplayer, so that's what I'm going to do. We improved the netcode tons with this patch to ensure consistency between time to kill and time to death by eliminating problems like super bullets, which is the bundling of damage that should be spread over several packets of data into one packet of data because of latency issues, as well as taking damage from players that were already dead because the server didn't update the client in a timely fashion, and lastly fix desync with regard to attempting to heal, and your health wouldn't steadily increase in the red to yellow to white fashion. Lastly, on netcode updates, we increased the amount of damage per packet, which indirectly buffs shotguns, which I could go into the math on, but I'm sure you wouldn't understand it anyways. More on weapon changes. The slug shotgun specialization had its 2-hit kill range increased from 25 meters to 30 meters, and one-shot headshot range increased from 35 meters to 50 meters to make it feel like you're actually using a slug shotgun after all. Also in the support class are LMGs, one of which is the KE7. It got a nerf in terms of getting a brand new recoil pattern, like trying to decipher a Fibonacci sequence with increased horizontal recoil across the board and increased vertical recoil, but only for the first 4 shots because it was too easy to use, so people wouldn't move off of the first gun in the class, which is the KE7. For the assault class, some of the semi-auto rifles got a range reduction, like the Turner SMLE and M1944 from 45 meters to 40 meters, and Gewehr 1.5 from 40 meters to 36 meters, with an additional 2-shot kill range nerf on those last 2 guns from 35 meters to 30 for the M1944, and from 30 meters all the way down to 10 meters for the Gewehr 1.5. With the medic class are SMGs, and the ZK383 is the newest SMG. It got a recoil nerf to the light bolt specialization, which increases fire rate. The bayonet specialization, which is available on numerous guns across many classes, also got a 1.3 speed multiplier, and the damage reduction was removed to make it more like how we ended the bayonet charge in Battlefield 1 instead of completely forgetting about the improvements we made in the prior game being rolled into our new one. 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. that's just one step forwards after all is said and done. With gadgets, the Piat's reload time now matches its animation because these things need to line up to quell my OCD tendencies and reduce the splash damage against infantry. We also improved the placement for the spawn beacon gadget because there's lots of different types of slopes of terrain in our game, so we made them more lenient, as well as not being able to place them underwater and onto surfaces above the player like in trees. Also, in gadget hit detection, the ammo and health crates will no longer fall through the map towards the center of the earth where it would indefinitely slingshot back and forth because gravity at the middle is stronger than anywhere else. The sniper decoys can no longer be stacked on top of one another like mountain climbers to reach unintended locations, although it was a great use of gadget physics. Battlefield games also have vehicles, and we gave them buffs with increasing the velocity and drag of all tank shells, which means that at short and medium range, the impact is more immediate, but this prevents tank sniping at longer ranges because of the Coriolis effect. Additionally, all tank shells against infantry got a 12% damage buff, since it's actually easier for a single assault player to take down a tank than another tank to kill a tank. The damage of armor-piercing rounds was increased by 30%, and ricochet damage against tanks was reduced so that people that play mostly on the outskirts of map can feel more empowered for outcasts like me. We also made huge improvements to visibility, especially on certain maps, so that soldiers' outfits won't actually do what they're designed to do by blending into their surroundings, because there's a reason why they call it camouflage. So hopefully this will alleviate that hurtful feeling of getting shot from seemingly out of nothing. People that camp tactically and have found areas of the map that conceal their player model will now actually have to have this thing called skill to win gunfights instead of strategic placement. In addition, we have also made lots of minor tweaks to many different maps to help with strange oddity behavior that sometimes occurs and to ensure people aren't using map exploits, because we're not doing a great job against cheaters overall, but might as well patch up the easy ones like these. Lastly, in game modes, even though the Tides of War live service buzzword challenges for Frontline are now complete and nobody else should be playing the mode anymore, we fixed a lot of small details that are important to me, and that's about it. Finally, we've added the ability to purchase Chapter 1 Tides of War weapons. Those were the weapons that you earn during the first chapter with company coin, which was an omission by design, but you guys put enough pressure on us here at DICE that we caved because we don't like confrontation. Speaking of weapons, some of you astute observers noticed that there's new dog tags for weapons that aren't yet available in the game, like M1917 Enfield and Madsen MG, that aren't actually new guns, but ones ported over from our previous game. In addition, there's the Wellgun, Lanchester, and Patchet, which had all been previously teased except the last one, which was under the Sterling name in prior leaks. In addition, the Shao Sa LMG, also from Battlefield 1, is available for pickup from the AI in the Combined Arms mode on the Rotterdam map, which is also in single player. So that's most likely what your next batch of weapons will be. 3 from our last game, and 3 actual new ones, although 2 of them resemble the MP28, MP34, Suomi, and ZK383, because they're all based on the same gun model, thus leaving only one weapon that's probably designed from scratch. In addition to actually showing our hand with the dog tags, we accidentally had a bug when trying to join friends that are playing on a yet-to-be-revealed map named Sicily, so after Greece, that might be the next location as we go through the timeline of the Second World War, according to the history books I read at one time. There's also more data mines for people that love bits and bytes like myself, as there are unreleased cosmetics like 2 outfits from the trailer, some face paint that looks like a black metal band stage costumes, and icons for 2 different weapon skins, one for deluxe edition owners that have been shafted pretty hard with airlifts because who's dumb enough to buy a higher price version of a game, and a Nvidia promo one. Anyways, in addition to company coin, we made a UI update only, and you're not able yet to purchase purchase Boins, or the premium paid-for currency, since Battlefield 5 underperformed by only selling 7.3 million copies of the game. However, if you actually do the math, a lot of those copies were at less than the $60 retail price because of holiday sales. Thank you very much, EA, for forcing our launch so close to Christmas instead of when the game might have been actually somewhat complete around this time of year. However, launching a game around this time would have never worked out, right? Oh wait, there's that Apex Legends game that everyone's talking about that's single-handedly keeping EA afloat after lots of disastrous decisions last year that actually launched last week. I guess I'll enter that anecdote into the evidence capacity. What? What? Combined Arms is basically useless now because it's 3 months into launch and the mode is designed for people that are new to the game and get accustomed to the mechanics, but they've already been playing since they got it for a Christmas gift on sale like I mentioned earlier. Additionally, there's no matchmaking either to queue with random players, which all but eliminates the people that are going to be playing by themselves, especially on this Valentine's Day. Well, I guess just like the practice range, we'll release something in a half-assed state, attempt to update it in a later patch, but never really get around to the functionality that would have made it a somewhat useful addition to our game.
If you could do that.
Unedited. Like, it has to be all one flight.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'll send you a big cookie or something.
So generous.
With Jeff's face on it.
I don't know. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that at all.
Get your face off. Anyways,
Wow.
I want to welcome